I'm Karan Gokani and this is the Great British Chef's signature series. I've grown up in Mumbai, which is neither South India or Sri Lanka, where I had this passion for South Indian food because I had a granduncle who'd come home all the time and he'd come and cook these incredible vegetarian meals at home. And I think those were some of my favorite food memories. So we opened Hoppers in 2015. One thing I learned was that the front of house, it's such a key in the whole experience. So we just be like a family running our house for a dinner party, and that has always remained what we do at any of the three Hoppers. I'm Karan Gokani, creative director and co-founder of Hoppers in London, and we're here in Soho, where it all began. Today I'm going to be doing a Mussel Hodi. So it's a delicious golden coconut curry where we steam mussels in it. It's one of those things that is really mild yet packs so much flavor. It's a great one to serve at a dinner party. It flies off our menu, and I just think celebrating mussels is amazing because it's such an underrated shellfish. So I'm going to start off by making the curry first. So I've got red onions here. There's a little bit of lime to finish. Coconut oil, essential in a lot of our cooking. It's not just a fat, but it adds so much flavor to the dish. So I've just warmed that up a little bit. A key ingredient in this is fenugreek seeds. It's got an amazing bitterness that when mellowed and when tempered in fat just gives this beautiful, really distinct flavor to curries. Chilies, another essential ingredient in this. I use Indian finger or rocket chilies. Chili is not just about heat. For me, chili is about flavor. We have a bowl of chilies on the side when we're eating dinner at home, my wife and I, and we'll be eating our food and just nibbling into a chili because the flavor it gives is so important. A little bit of garlic, cinnamon stick, and then turmeric. So first off, pan on a medium heat. Just get your coconut oil in there. What I want to do is get it to the right temperature and then get my hard whole spices in. So I've got my fenugreek seeds and I've got the cinnamon stick. Now spices have essential oils in them, and that's what carries the flavor. When I think about it, is to extract those essential oils and to really take them further. Fat is only soluble in a fat. So there's oil in here. The cinnamon now, all those essential oils are going to get into the oil and just spread it across. And then every time you add a new ingredient in, that oil is going to go and give that ingredient a massive hug and just add that punch of flavor into the ingredients. Now, the next thing to add in there is the fenugreek seeds. These won't take long. They're literally just going to turn about 2 shades darker. And at that point, I'm going to go in with my lemongrass. So I go in with curry leaves a little later. Some people go in now and fry them. I just find they're so delicate that I prefer adding them at a slightly later stage. Or if you want to keep everyone happy, you go in with some now and then some later. Those are frying off, and just then I'm going to go in with the onion. One little trick with onions is whenever I cook onions, I go in with a touch of salt. So I'm not seasoning for the entire dish. I'm just getting that little bit of salt in, which draws the moisture out, helps them cook a little more evenly and even a little quicker. So that's another little trick I always use when cooking onions off. Now that for me is really nice. So just about there, still holding their texture, but a lot softer than they were. Now at that stage, I'm going to go in with my garlic, green chilies, and the rest of those curry leaves. And when you see a little bit of that brown garlic, of the garlic browning and catching on the pan, that's when you know you're ready to go in with turmeric. So there you have it. That's the base of my curry sauce done. Now that turmeric will burn in a matter of seconds. So always have your coconut milk or a little pot of water to hand. Because if your onions suddenly start browning too much, if your spices start burning, a splash of water, deglaze, reduce again. And into this, I'm going to add my thick coconut milk. So now you can see that curry catching, and it's gotten really nice and thick. Now this wouldn't be the consistency I'd serve a curry at because that isn't a curry. It's a bit too thick, but it's perfect for my mussels to go in and steam because they're going to give you all that liquid which goes in there and reconstitutes that into a lovely, silky, smooth gravy. Fresh, live mussels always. Obviously, anything that's open, chuck it. Anything that doesn't open after you're done cooking, chuck that. I love river-tained mussels. I get them from my friend Sean at Henderson Seafoods, one of my favorite suppliers. Just give them one quick stir, just like that. You get the temperature up just a little bit. You don't want to go too high because these are just going to burst open give out all that delicious flavor, and you want to stop at that point, because if you keep cooking, they just get smaller and smaller, and it's no fun then. But get a lid on. I'm just going to use this pan, little chef's trick. But at home, get a lid on or a little bit of silver foil on top, and then literally just allow them to steam 2 to 3 minutes. But with seafood, it's all so quick. You're just going to have everything ready and be ready to serve and eat it. So it's been about 2 minutes, and I can see these are really lovely, opening up perfectly. Now I don't want to overdo it with this, so that's looking perfect. It's really, the sauces come out really nice and thick, and obviously it's perfect. And now I'll just fish out the best mussels for you guys. And then finally, let's get all that lovely sauce on top. Just drizzle it around. I like to get some of those whole spices, the whole herbs and spices in as well, because then people know exactly what's gone into the dish, and it makes it so much more exciting. And then a little drizzle of chili oil. This is literally just red chili powder in some oil, tempered for a second, just for that lovely brightness. And then some fried curry leaves. Again, they pack a punch with delicious flavor, and they look gorgeous on the dish. That's my Mussel Hodi with a gorgeous silky coconut sauce.